Nigel, what can you tell us about churches that were hit during the bombings?
From a cultural point of view, that's interesting, because a lot of churches across Belfast were hit. But we're on Duncairn Gardens at the junction with Edlingham Street, and there were 3 churches in this immediate area which were destroyed during the German air raids. Behind me, 100 yards down the street, is where St Barnabas Church of Ireland was located. It was demolished and it was rebuilt in the 1950s. The foundation stone was relaid on, or the foundation stone of the new church was laid on the 14th anniversary of the German air raids in April 1955, and the church was completed by 1957. It has now disappeared, or has been demolished again, with the demographic changes in the area. It's now, the site of it is now an industrial centre. Further up the road, 100 yards up the road, was Duncairn Gardens Methodist Church. It was never rebuilt for whatever reason. And in both those churches, significant memorials to men who had served and died in the Great War were lost. And that's one of the other tragedies of the Blitz, is that so many First World War, Great War memorials were lost when buildings were destroyed. Immediately behind me is where McCrory Memorial Presbyterian Church was located. It was badly damaged during the fire raid in May 1941. So churches on one side of Duncairn Gardens were destroyed in April, and then a church on the other side of the road, literally yards away, survived the April bombings but was destroyed in the May air raids. It was rebuilt and it was reopened on the 11th anniversary of the destruction of the original church. So 1952, McCrory Memorial reopened. It closed down in the 1970s or 1980s, and it is now, another church grouping is now using the building, the Grace Abundant Christian Assembly. And ironically, it is being run by a married couple who came up from Dublin to establish this assembly in this area. So it's now the only church left on Duncairn Gardens. So in this area, 3 churches, 2 destroyed, 3 churches destroyed, 2 rebuilt, but there's now only one still being used as a religious assembly point.